Hey guys, Ryan here again, and I wanted to bring you my review of the Hidden Arsenal 2 Booster Pack. Now, out of this box, I ended up pulling almost every card. There's like 3 super rares out of the 40 that I didn't get, whatever. But overall, I have a gist of everything, so right into it. Genex gonna go kind of theme by theme. First of all, I can't do this review without mentioning Genex. They are so huge in this pack. Just trying to make them more of a deck type. My thing about Genex is, like, you can do stuff with them, but they don't make a deck in of themselves. There's like idea of monarchs going around, which I can see, but whatever. First of all, it's Windmill Genex. It's a synchro involving their controller plus another wind monster. I think this makes it cool because you could tech level 7, okay, 2000 attacks, not the best, but his effect ties up for that. You tech him in any wind deck, which ties in for new Mist Valley, Harpies, and people are still playing that because Harpy Lady plus level 3 Genex equals him. Anyways, his effect, he gains 300 attack for every face down spell trap card in the field, which can make him huge. And you could also discard cards from your hand to destroy said face down spell and trap cards. This is like a more general version of Brionic, I guess is the best way to put it. So the themes of Brionic that I guess attack freeze. Not a bad card. Another one of the huge things from Genex, this is what makes Genex a monarch deck, is the Genex Army. 2300 level 1 tribute card. If it's tributed at the Genex, you can destroy one card your opponent controls. Basically, it's a Genex monarch. You got Spare and Recycled. These are 2 new tuners that double could count as basically your controller, so you could have lots more access to controller. There's another level 3 and level 1s if you're gonna use, I don't know, whatever. Jinx are weird. Doctor is another thing that makes it a monarch deck, kind of. Its effect lets you tribute off a controller to blow up a card. So that gives between that the windmill and the what's his name? Whatever, it turns into more of a monarch deck. I can see how that would work. We got Thermal, who's Genex plus fire, 294 level 8. I really don't like him that much. He's a nice beat stick if you're gonna use a fire deck if you want to tech him in there, but I wouldn't recommend it. He doesn't really do much. Furnace is decent. He's level 5. The best way to describe him is kind of a Cyber Dragon type card that if you control a controller, you can summon him without tribute, which is nice. That brings that level 8 fast. Solar is a burn card. The end. Tribute him by tributing one Genex monster. Good for him. Geo's last of the new synchros. I really don't like him. He's level 6. His effect basically is he switches his 1800 defense for his 1800 attack. Whoopee. 2000, my bad. And we'll get to the not as good stuff. I'll just go over it briefly. Blast Fan lets you add a controller to your hand basically when he's special summoned. Turbine's an attack boost. And this dude, I don't know why you'd want to destroy your controller instead of destroying him, since his stats are crap, but whatever. Next up is Naturia. I think this is going to be the big thing coming out of it. We got the Beast, their key synchro, like I said. Level 5 beat stick. He's only good for Earth decks, but discard cards off your deck to negate spells. Awesome. We got Natural Leodrake, who's just a generic one. Generic giant 3k beat stick. Antjaw, he's a great searcher. When your opponent special summons a monster, you special summon a level 3 little Naturia from your deck. I think the way that this swarms during your opponent's turn, I can see this deck working with urgent tuning would be great. It'd be hilarious to be whatever. Ooh, gotta go fast. I might split this review up since I could only get a couple in per thing, but Vayne, you contribute him plus another Naturia to negate a spell trap card and destroy it. Solemn Tuner as a plant. Say what? Rock, if a trap's activated, you could send the top card of your deck to special summon him. Great swarm ability if your opponent's about to like trap hole you or like whatever. Got Cosmo Beat, who's another tuner, and you can special summon it when your opponent summons a monster. Once again, between this and some of the other things that swarm during your opponent's turn, I could see Urgent Tuning being an attack in this deck and working. So Cosmo Beats. You got the Guardian, who becomes a 1900 beater during your opponent's turn when they summon a monster. That's pretty cool. You got Beetle, who's it's just an attack switchy. This one's not as good. And finally, Spider Fang, who has a nice attack, 2100 for a level 4, but can't attack unless your opponent tries to activate effect or anything. Overall, Naturia seems to be a negation special summoning on your opponent's turn deck, which I could see this taking off, especially since a lot of them are plants and insects. That's definitely a Gigaplant deck. I can see it working. Move on to the allies real quick. There's not too much new with them. They're kind of techie, I think is the best way to describe it. First we got this new Synchro, the Field Marshal. He's like Mistworm, and he's a level 9, 29 beater with that requires generic tuner plus 2 non-tuners. And his big deal is that if he destroys a face-down defense monster, you draw a card. That's really not that good, I don't think, but he's a nice big beater, it's generic, so if you want to use him, go ahead. Gateway, I think, is one of the good cards to this deck. It's a level 8, 24 beater that if your opponent controls 2 more monsters, including light, you can special him from your hand. So it's pretty cool that you just, like, if you have to, you can just stack 3 when they control 2 monsters. You have all of a sudden 3 level 8, 2400 beaters. Pretty decent. AOJ Searcher, who, I'd say he's a side deck tech, he's pretty good. Level 3 machine, that once per turn you could discard 1 card to select 1 defense monster they control, flip it, and the effect will not activate. This will stun Raikos and Hamsters and Merchants, whatever, instantly. It's a pretty awesome card. I'd see him possibly as a tech in side decks. You got the Reverse Break, who is kind of like a Drillroid. One of those things that destroys face downs without flipping them or whatever. And it kind of sucks though, because it says if a light monster is on the field, destroy it. I think that's going to kill its playability completely. Well, that's just me. We got the Limiter. It's the booster for this deck. Basically, you tribute him to select 1 ally of justice and double its attack to land phase. Could be pretty useful. If an ally deck actually takes off, you're just like, oh hey, shabam. Also, your monster's doubled, and the fact that a lot of them are machines, just a limiter on it, you can instantly game with, I don't know, whatever. Pretty awesome though. I can see him comboing possibly with Searcher for not nearly OTK but pretty close. Like, tribute him to activate his effect. He becomes a 28 beater till end of turn. Use him to flip a Raiko and negate his effect. Put it at 200. Limiter him up to, let's see, it'd be 28. 56. Not quite OTK, but does deal quite a bit of damage. See how it's working. Nullifier. Nullifies effective light. Good for him. This guy, Catcher, he's a tribute, so I don't like him because of his stats are so crappy, but basically he lets you take control of a face-down defense position monster you put controls, making allies turn into more of a flip, negation, and light depression deck. And finally, the new card is Mind, which is a level 5 tuner. I don't know, I think allies are more of a techie deck. Like, you don't put the deck itself together, you just use cards from it. Like, the Searcher would be great as a side deck card. Gateways are great against Light Swarms or whatever. It's just that kind of stuff, I think. Anyways, this one's getting pretty close, so I'm just going to go ahead and end this video here and show the rest of another one.